The mystic sits, flips of his eyelids, his ambiguous soul escapes through his hours through the highest reaches where the spaceships are flightless. If you're listening at home, kids, don't even try this. The seismic activity confused originally. The second thought brought us back to solemn lands of antiquity. Epiphanies entered, soft like a symphony, and exited his brain like shots from the infantry. Inexplicably voices speak without speaking. Yellow, red, and green lights flash repeatedly. The interesting thing, he ceased to breathe as he crossed a thin line between here and infinity. Amenities rendered utterly useless. His ego dissolved along with ancient abuses. Infuses truth though reality's random. His body can't digest a recent influx of atoms. Twisting and turning, intestines are burning, and you could still take 2 more pills for that too. Restless and wild, muscles on fire, and you could still take 5 more pills for that too. Fameless, complacent, eyes not adjacent, and you could still take 9 more pills for that too. Rockin', pop lockin', your kid won't stop talking, and you could still take all your pills for that too. What happens is, 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 what happens is. What happens is depression attaches to every fiber of his being, resulting in madness with the cameras, the action, the lights, and the flashbulb. It's hard to be at peace in a world so cold. It's hard to be young with some hungry and old. It's hard to be free with people bought and sold. It's hard to be sheltered while the dwellings fold. It's hard to be rock when we always roll. Earth bleeds, black tracks may be all disease. Polar ice caps melting to polluted seas. Public servants getting fat off of wine and beef, while the rebels get attacked by heat in the street. His will split in faction, aggressive and passive. Mass emotions for the leaders, but the actions seem plastic. Greed sprouts seeds, dirty laws of attraction. If God created humans, she intended this to happen. Twisting and turning, intestines are burning, and you could still take 2 more pills for that too. Restless and wild, muscles on fire, and you could still take 5 more pills for that too. Fameless, complacent, eyes not adjacent, and you could still take 9 more pills for that too. Rockin', pop lockin', your kid won't stop talking, and you could still take all your pills for that too. For 40 days and 40 nights, Noah checks the roof not once but twice, and they all survive off of beans and rice. And if the food runs out, they'll eat one of each kind. From side to side, the boat crests and dips. Landlubbers start looking green and sick. They get surly, not well rested, and envious of Jonah in the whale's intestines. Find blessing in the face of danger. Yogi sets a trap for the forest ranger. Covers his tracks, takes a nap. Lays low as if he had the clap. With Yogi away, Boo Boo runs the rackets. Takes your daughter and your picnic baskets. Ransom plans, open cans of spam. Jim controls the mind of adoring fans. Roger Rabbit's bad habits gave him more than fleas. Care Bear should've cared about STDs. Shredder found God, Splinter gets no slack. Donatello taught the boys to turn Cain to crack. We love your big boobs and your missing ribs, but Ken loves Ken, so Bobby take the hint. Waldo got women, babe, back in the day. Now there's 100 little Waldos on every page. 40 P stole 80 bags of weed. Alibaba paid him off with counterfeit cream. Aladdin got grabbed on his flying rag. Only got 6 months cause he gave up the lamp. Genie caught wind, put out a hit. Aladdin got bagged the second day in the pen. And for this, Porky Pig finally got his new digs. He's not aggressive, but he wants to get his. They're coming up. Daffy Duck says fuck it. Bugs moves weight from here to Nantucket. Tweety got greedy, tried to grab a handful. His skull got crushed by an Acme anvil. Word spread quick, the crew has Harshin. The Smurf spy arms from Marty Marsh. And Gargamel smells trouble, his production has doubled ever since he shook hands with Barney Rubble on the streets of Bedrock. Anything could happen. Mr. Spacey runs his prostitutes ragged. Inspector Gadget's got the phone lines tapped. Officials get paid so the case falls flat from Sunday to Friday or Saturday morning. Don't need imagination cause it's never boring. Burns my eyes like tools of flooring. Mom and dad don't care cause they're both still snoring. Kids from trick Cheerios, it's time. Lucky and charmed, Applejack my life. Shredded like wheat, Rice crispy and fried. I think that television done right. In my mind I get kicks from tricks. Cheerios, it's time. Lucky and charmed, Applejack my life. Shredded like wheat, Rice crispy and fried. I think that television done right in my mind. Look up in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Superman loves blow cause he hates the pain. Lois Lane stays wet, Spider-Man takes bets. Or Peter Parker gets caught in the web. Castle Grayskull falls, causing massive discussion. Mickey Mouse yells weapons of mass destruction. He-Man's body lies deep in the rubble. Skeletor won't eat, now he misses his lover. Olive Oil won't speak, tired of creeps. Brutus and Popeye, they treat it like meat. Augmented body, fake tits, and a facelift. Funded by Yosemite Sam, that twisted racist. His trophy wife, under the knife. Wimpy didn't pay Tuesday, so he lost his life by the rivers of Babylon. Judas just rambles on. Bill Schools try to right his wrong. Hong Kong food smokes doobies behind the house where the Muppet babies cross the line. They dot the I's, they forge the checks. Nanny lost a job, so she can't make rent. A heap of debt buys you shoes of cement. Tom and Jerry break legs when it's time to collect. Suffer and succotash, blues and jazz. Sylvester hits on the trucks in his black ski mask. Greg drinks heavy, well, bourbon at lunch. Incest is routine for the Brady Bunch. Fred beats on Ethel when he's stressed on cash. Ricky plays Babaloo on Lucy's round ass. Deputy Dog tells Rerun and Raj. You get high when you lick these frogs. A wet French kiss made the frog a prince. Finally Cinderella gets the dust off her clit. The weather was rough, the crew was frightened. The minnow lost his cargo sex slaves from Thailand. Thurston House sweats camcorder in hand. Captured Ginger down on Marianne. Ass to ass, the plan was flawless. Professor made the meth that killed Speedy Gonzales. Bill Cosby slang cold pudding pops. His bulletproof sweaters couldn't stop the cops. Cobra Commander leaves the place to shambles. Richie Rich lost his money cause he loves to gamble. When Decepticons roll, it's time to go. Charlie Brown got crabs from some Thundercats hole. I can't really say if a side of me died, but even in the summer I stay inside. Teachers say that the world will pass me by. Everything's more fun with your brain cells fried. Get kicks from tricks, Cheerios, it's time. Lucky and charmed, Applejack my life. Shredded like wheat, Rice crispy and fried. I think that television done right. In my mind I get kicks from tricks, Cheerios, it's time. Lucky and charmed, Applejack my life. Shredded like wheat, Rice crispy and fried. I think that television done right. In my mind I get kicks from tricks. Kicks from tricks.
Blacks out on the black stained carpet. Falls apart, disappears for some days. Composes speeches, false accusations. Doesn't matter, no one hears what she says. Lose her mind for the right kind of music. Lose her heart for the wrong kind of dread. Knows magic, doesn't abuse it. She don't need it to fuck with your head. Indescript about her sticky situations. Well enthused when she feels so inclined. Spend your money, borrow your car keys. Leave you empty, what a good ride. Are we there yet? I think I might lose it. Blues junkies, the other kind. Are we there yet? I can't do it. Cause, effect, detect, deny. Get some blues on the pretty blue skylines. Well confused, lost most days. High on life and crystal meth now. Except the weekends, bourbon and cocaine. Got friends except for when he needs them. He's got no money and there's no time. The voices in his head say they're sick of all his talking. He joined an army but can never choose a side. Move mountains with the right motivation. Too smart for good, too good to fly right. Swears he remembers every incarnation. Justify, there's no point to life. Are we there yet? I think I might lose it. Blues junkies, the other kind. Are we there yet? I can't do it. Cause, effect, detect, deny. White noise breaks the silence of the white room. White coat with the arms to the sides. Medication makes it hard to remember. Truth you stay, you wanna leave your lie. God came to earth to see what the fuss was. A work and vacation, get sun, save lives. Took the body of a woman just to blend in. Didn't last, dudes are all slime. As a man felt sheer exasperation. You can't feel, gotta fight to survive. Had the bright idea turning water into Red Bull. With no app, nobody bats an eye. Next to walked on water, resurrected dead kids. People weren't impressed, the government was touched. If you could unresurrect the living, you got value, work with us, sit, talk to science. They didn't get it, talked to religion and they were just as bad. Rumor has it God went on 6 and 7s, clinically depressed, literally mad. Are we there yet? I think I might lose it. Blues junkies, the other kind. Are we there yet? I can't do it. Cause effect, detect, deny.
Literally mad. Calling no cause, we must make a special stop. I left my baby waiting all night at the spot. It's so hard, slamming heroin and holding jobs. As long as I keep moving, I don't gotta rest. So God, it's nice to know my friends all care while I'm better soon. My intervention went so well, I celebrated with the black and spoon, just like a Buddhist with no possessions. Let the left to sell every night. I go to sleep in heaven and wake up in hell. I try and find, I try and try, I try and find the answers to my life. I try and find, I try and try, I try and find the answers to my life. Now I'm sober, I sleep while I'm awake. Life is so damn boring, could you tell me what it takes? I try to find some empathy for all that's gone. I love being clean, but I have never felt this lost. Calling no cause, we must make a special stop. I left my baby waiting all night at the spot. It's so hard, slamming heroin and holding jobs. As long as I keep moving, I don't gotta rest. So God, I try and find, I try and try, I try and find the answers to my life. I try and find, I try and try, I try and find the answers to my life. '75 in summertime. Pops enlisted, mama signed with the times in line. So inclined to make you fly, get your eyes high. Running from the demons they met, or on the sidelines. Guidelines, well, they do everything impossible. Now united, their voices is unstoppable. 2 Rolling Stones about halfway home. Got 2 kids of his own, and 3 about to grow. So time moves slow, watching hungry hippos. Pops is restless, he's staring out the windows. He feels bored and useless, so he verbally abuses. Choosing beer to facing bruises, or the product something ruthless. Houston got a problem. Can we stop him? Let him roll like the stone he was when he got here. Let him roll like the stone he was. Just let him roll. I know sometimes you get caught up in the web. I know sometimes you get lost up in your head. I know sometimes you think that this is it. And I know sometimes you wanna drink your liver sick. You gotta stay up, find solace in the silence. Strong like a mountain, passive like an island. Everything can change in the blink of an eyelid. Beauty's buried in the rubbish and the journey's trying to find it. From the clear waters of heaven to the blessings on this altar, he's the #1 dad. He gives the world to baby daughter, he won't falter or split. clean as whistles get. The stars are paralyzed, and in the center Brooklyn sits, blazing sun, locked in love. Only one move seems responsible, exchanging rings, amazing things. This girl's impossible, impassable, and I can't fathom how she is so casual. He looks inside her brain, the wiring's all scrambled. He rambles on about love, it's a gamble. His heart is on his sleeve, tragically and suddenly trampled. A sample of what could have been, but never should be. He signs a dotted line, speaks his mind, pays a fee. She hurts and flirts, tries to make his life worse. Vocally trained, every word since all rehearsed. It's a curse making babies with crazy ladies. Sacred vows shouted out loud, they turn to playthings. How many tears and therapeutic beers does it take to make a grown man give in to what he fears? For years pills will tell you that you did nothing wrong. When your world's in disarray, step away and see the calm. Don't take nothing personal even if they mean you harm. The pain seems like forever, but it's really not that long. It's okay to make mistakes, just learn and move along. Do what it takes, so bloody life goes on. I know sometimes you get caught up in the web. I know sometimes you get lost up in your head. I know sometimes you think that this is it. And I know sometimes you wanna drink your liver sick. You gotta stay up, find solace in the silence. Strong like a mountain, passive like an island. Everything could change in the blink of an eyelid. Beauty's buried in the rubbish and the journey's trying to find it. I know sometimes you crumble and you fall. I know sometimes you're punching holes up in your wall. I know sometimes you can't even bite your tongue. And I know sometimes you wish that you could run. You gotta stay up, find solace in the silence. Strong like a mountain, passive like an island. Everything could change in the blink of an eyelid. Beauty's buried in the rubbish and the journey's trying to find it.
From my head come this lifeless, I slide to bad direction. It's not the worst thing I've done yet. Oh brother, it's up there. With your beatnik talent or lifestyle, I will show us how to dance around for downtown coverage. If the scene said where we feed them all hell, and the signs we protested with, we sharpened something. Some say that I'm overboard, I wouldn't know, all I know is my time. If you're possessed by Indian summers, then let's go, both those are mine. Some say that I closed the door, I wouldn't go, all I wanted was time. If you feel the pain, bring you under, then let's go, both those are mine. Soft for gold muskets quickly unload. They rose and they roll to protect their homes that summer. Outmatched, outnumbered, tyrants as a cover. Treaty and disease scorch up just like thunder. I lost spies and flags hanging high, ho-ho, and now they're all snickers in the water. Land of the free, just cage me like an eagle. Read between the lines, what do they mean by equal? Some say that I'm overboard, I wouldn't know, all I know is my time. If you're possessed by Indian summers, then let's go, both those are mine. Some say that I closed the doors, I wouldn't go, all I wanted was time. If you feel the pain, bring you under, then let's go, both those are mine.
deserve. If you came here looking for troubles, well then you'll get what you deserve. They force-fed the children, and for miles they wept. They complain that nobody's computer on earth could predict what would happen next. How could some see through the lines of what the rap shit kids and post-hypnotic said? Falling further from the place where they crystallize and cultivate our heads. Oh magic, speakers, avid readers, deeper thinkers, true believers. Can you mystify and only feed us bread? If that process works, we'll all go berserk and see the light before we're dead. Back then we were human, the fuel that lit the sun. So polluted our goddamn airwaves, you couldn't even see we were one. The lights turned to action, and on the spaceship the landing gears dropped. These beautiful creatures concerned with our futures, they beg for us to stop. How could some see through the lines of what the rap shit kids and post-hypnotic said? Falling further from the place where they crystallize and cultivate our heads. Oh magic, speakers, avid readers, deeper thinkers, true believers. Can you mystify and only feed us bread? If that process works, we'll all go berserk and see the light before we're dead. Back then we had purpose, teachers matched by none. Trapped in our psyche, slicing and dicing, go smiting with bomb and gun. The dismay rambled for the dark days and radiated up above. They designed a blueprint for DNA improvement. When it activates, we'll all scream love. How could some see through the lines of what the rap shit kids and post-hypnotic said? Falling further from the place where they crystallize and cultivate our heads. Oh magic, speakers, avid readers, deeper thinkers, true believers. Can you mystify and only feed us bread? If that process works, we'll all go berserk and see the light before we're dead. Sneak kicks rocks untied and tongue out. Secondhand Gene gets drug about the town. Button up holy only cause he's full of holes, and hats there to separate hair from nose. Guitar scratchy voice says use better judgment. Synthesizer pulls the strings and I'm the puppet. Piano laughs and C tells me go home, but microphone interprets with dome, don't know it knows. Shaken not stirred, all my joy and my pain. Everything that I burn, everything I create, everything that I've seen, everything that I've heard. Attached to all my cells, thought and word. Birds don't chirp, they only live their life. Cats don't hunt, they only do what's right. Dogs don't bark, they only say what's up. So why is it so hard to not think so much? One part book, one part street, two parts God, I guess the rest is me. I get kicked out, I get sucked in, don't know where the art ends or it begins. The point being, passions we're pursuing, would you pay $12 to watch your life like it's a movie? Sometimes the rush you need is somewhere close to home. You might not have to jump out that plane that's not broke. Grand revelations may be packaged very little, the most profound concepts riddled in the simple. Wisdom is built on experience and knowledge. Geometry is sacred except for at my college. So pursue what you love, not what someone said you should. I hear crushed dreams, dream I would've if I could. You need a backup plan if you wanna survive, but I'd rather be poor and alive. If you've ever had a dream that you've given up, young enough that you remember just what it was, shut your mouth, get out, figure it out. First you gotta get off the couch. And if you've ever had a dream that you didn't pursue, dumb enough that the fact still bothers you, shut your mouth, get out, figure it out. First you gotta get off the couch. There once was a girl that refused to talk. One day she started, then she never stopped. The whole time her imagination teemed with a thirst to find God and her psychic dreams. As a teen, like many, creativity stifled, put down by the men who swore they raised a child. Said she couldn't act, couldn't dance, couldn't sing. If she didn't go to college, she'd be working on the street. So young she believed him, the only life she knew. Didn't want to sell her body, didn't care much for school. The logical assumption, nothing too amazing could happen to her life through drugs. Stop complaining, Poppy Lab blabs, the bags in her hand. Holds down a job so supply meets demand. From bag to spoon, enthused look on her face. Nurse prepped the patient, we're sending her to space. Vacation in the heavens, holiday in rehabs. Count to 12 steps on half the fingers that you have. Water's gotta flow, the world's gotta turn. Love needs love, and one found her. She sees herself amazing in the reflection in his eyes. greens, barely lazy, her complexion comes to life. Sees things clearly, this time might be the first. Garnishes her words with occasional outbursts. The thirst she used to have that used to burn like fire. What's buried deep inside the child, buried deep inside her. Punches walls in her mind, bricks fall. Creation starts flowing, she can't stop, she wants it all. She learned to love herself and then everybody else. Sees that living passion's the only real wealth. Had to go to the past, cut the ties that she finds. Reprogram herself, stop, pause, erase, rewind. If you've ever had a dream that you've given up, young enough that you remember just what it was, shut your mouth, get out, figure it out. First you gotta get off the couch. And if you've ever had a dream that you didn't pursue, dumb enough that the fact still bothers you, shut your mouth, get out, figure it out. First you gotta get off the couch.
From the depths of the ocean to the witch hunts of the smallest towns, me and Alice chased a rabbit to the underground. Lack of oxygen's the only thing we found, and when the microphones combusted, our brains rained on the crowd. Without our brains, we were virtually harmless, armed to the teeth with the cause in a conflict. Casting beats deep inside of the apartment, it lit the torch through perpetual darkness. Without the darkness, we could fend for ourselves. The feast of top ramen from the top of the shelves. All the spirits would rise if the satellites fell. I warned the president who knows how to inhale. It's hard to breathe, harder to read through. Carbon copies of Vogue magazines and the test tube babies raised by the machines, vicariously alive through television screens. I can't tell what's real, I feel this war has just begun. I set my sights up to the center of the sun. If my soul collapse because I feel what I become, make me be somebody, send me back out, back out. Tribal computers, electrical heroes, enslaving all humans with some ones and a zero. Knowledge lost in the form of my beer, so I sit at the bar, rant about where the years go. It never lasts, life is a blast. I am the moment, neglect aftermath. Make some cash, lose the tie after that. Back down the Mississippi on a raft with no map. Don't be afraid, rage right of your cage. 40 hours a week won't get you out of this maze. 60 years you've been counting the ways until Alzheimer's leads you to better days. But the world still turns, that's what I heard. You learn a lot just watching the birds. The less you think, the less you're concerned. This is not a statement, only words. I can't tell what's real, I feel this war has just begun. I set my sights up to the center of the sun. If my soul collapse because I feel what I become, make me be somebody, send me back out, back out. From the streets of Beirut to the moral of this fable, me and Alice drank that rabbit underneath the table. Channeled history before we heard a cable. Playing chess while our nights were unstable. Shoe abuse and the death by champagne. Our money for food goes to finance your campaigns. Choose two who exactly the same. We need dollars, even more, we need change. So save sacred days while the natives get slaughtered. Brothers, mothers, fathers, sons, sisters, and daughters. Any way you walk, take steps with honor. You could tread, you could drown, or you could walk on water. Salam, psalms, red palms of cops. Even when you sleep, gravity never stops. We all play a part and the drama goes on. If you follow your heart, you could never be wrong. I can't tell what's real, I feel this war has just begun. I set my sights up to the center of the sun. If my soul collapse because I feel what I become, make me be somebody, send me back out, back out.